Excellent. So Arjuna is asking, Arjuna uvāca, ayatiḥ śraddhayopeto yogāc calita-mānasaḥ aprāpya yoga-saṁsiddhiṁ gatiṁ Kṛṣṇa gacchati kacchinnobhaya vibhrashtaha छिन्नाभ्रम इव नश्यति अप्रतिष्ठो महाबाहो विमूढ़ो ब्रह्मण पथि एतन्मे संशयं कृष्ण चेतुम् अर्हस्य शेषतः त्वद् अन्य संशयस्यास्य चेता न ह्युपपद्यते. So Arjuna is asking a very relevant question. Of course, we are right now at the stage where we are not given up our material attachments and we are going away, right? Because bhakti does not demand that. Bhakti yogi does not demand giving up material attachments immediately and then only start bhakti. No, not like that. Bhakti yoga can be started, simultaneously, right? Like, as wherever we are, sthane sthitah shruti-gatam tanuvan manobhi. While Ashtanga yoga, like very Krishna is giving the prerequisites. So Arjuna's question is, say Ashtanga yogi, he gives up everything and he goes. He gives up all engagements. He gives up all attachments externally also. A devotee also has to give up attachments, but it need not be external. For an Ashtanga yogi, it must be external. Okay. So now Arjuna is asking, see, he has given up everything and he is trying to engage in progressing himself. So ayatiḥ śraddhayopeto. He is ayatiḥ, he is not perfected. Right? Ayata means to control. Ayatiḥ means he is unsuccessful. And then śraddhayopeto is like, very nicely is called Shraddha. But though he is doing it everything, but yoga calita-mānasaḥ, right? Because of very fickle mind, calita-mānasaḥ is deviated from the process. Yogāc calita-mānasaḥ is deviated from this process of yoga. Aprāpya yoga-saṁsiddhiṁ. He is not getting the perfection now, right? He has not attained in any karma, right? He is like not like Shastras prescribe so many things, right? For like you perform putra kamishti yagam, or you perform agnistomam, you perform vayavi yagam. So many things lead to different destinations. So he has not performed soma yagam, because if you are a soma yaji, you can go to Swargalokam through that. You can attain higher pleasures. Sorry, you can go to moon, the planet of Soma, right? If you are a perfect Soma yaji. Or if you perform Agnishthamam, then you will get a lot of money, lot of wealth. So in this way, there are different upasanas that are mentioned in the Shastra, and Ashtanga Yogi has not done any of that also. Nor has he worked very hard in this material world to enjoy this world also. Right? He's not like a vikarmi. Right? Karmi is the person who's performing dharma in this world to enjoy in the next world. Enjoy materially in the next life. This is karmi. Vikarmi is that one who is doing papam to enjoy in this world. This is a vikarmi. Right? He's enjoying in this world, but how is he enjoying this world? By doing papam. This is vikarmi. Karmi is, like I said, who's performing pious acts. Is performing punya karyam in this material world, in this janmam, to enjoy in the paralokam. Right? Iha para. So in the next lokam, he wants to enjoy. Now this person, Ashtanga Yogi, is not getting this also. Material life also is not getting. He has not done any yagam, that nothing is done. Nor has he done something to become famous in this world, that he has amassed a lot of wealth, he has enjoyed. That also he has not done. No one even knows him, most probably, because he's gone into solitude inside the forest. Now, after this, taking to this process of yoga, if he is not successful there also, aprāpya yoga-saṁsiddhiṁ. He is aprāpya there also, yoga-saṁsiddhiṁ. Gatiṁ Kṛṣṇa gacchati. What will be his gati? How will he make progress? Where will he go? What is his destination? Will he go to Swargam, Narakam? What is his, will he go to this lokam, that lokam? Where does he go? What happens to him? What is the address? Because he clearly can't go to Swargam because he's not performed any rules or any rituals that the Shastra is mandating to go to Swargam. So what happens? That very nice question. So Krishna is answering this very directly, right, in the processes. See, we must understand this what do you say? This confusion is there for all practicing devotees, right? Or practicing anyone who's practicing any spiritual life, right? So I'm giving this up. Now, can I come back again? I'm giving up US. I'm giving up all these bad habits. Now, what if I don't like it? So, we all have, right now, I'm giving what I have and I'm going to an unknown. Right? I'm going to something unknown. Now, in that unknown, how can I be happy? Like, how would I know whether this will be good or not? So, this fear of unknown, this uncertainty of unknown, everyone has to some or more or less extent. And of course, a pure devotee or someone who's a very nishtha on the stage of nishtha doesn't have this fear, right? But anyone who's on the platform of anartha nivritti has this fear. I am giving this up. How can I? How will I? Know how? Like what assurance is there? And because of this unknown thing, right? He's engaging. He's finding it very difficult to give up bad habits. Bad habits. He's thinking, I'm having these bad habits. These bad habits only are giving me a lot of enjoyment. Now, if I give these bad habits also and lose this enjoyment, now Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, this, that, surrendering to Krishna completely. Now, who will earn money? Who will do this? Who will do that? Who will multiply this? Who will maintain my reputation? I have to become famous. I have to go up in the corporate ladder. So many things are there. I have so many projects to accomplish. Now, who will take care of all these projects? Who will take care of my children? Who will take care of my daughter? Who will take care of my son? If I engage all my time in Krishna consciousness, who will do all this? And even if I perform these activities and I'm trying to make my activities very simple, if I meditate on Krishna, then who will do these activities? How will I make progress here? And what if I lose all of this and Krishna doesn't exist at the end of the day? Sometimes people who are on the initial stages seem to have some apprehensions like this. Now Arjuna, taking our own position, is asking this question to Krishna. So Arjuna doesn't have this question because he's of course a direct associate of the Lord. But taking our position, he's asking this question. Like Prabhupada himself was writing in the purport. So Arjuna is asking to Lord Krishna to confirm his former statement. One may sincerely accept the path of self-realization, but the process of cultivation of knowledge and the practice of Eightfold Yoga system are generally very difficult for this age. Therefore, despite constant endeavor, one may fail for many reasons. First of all, one may not be sufficiently serious about following the process. To pursue the transcendental path is more or less to declare war on the illusory energy. Consequently, whenever a person tries to escape the clutches of illusory energy, this Maya Devi, she tries to defeat the practitioner by various allurements. A conditioned soul is already allured by the modes of material energy, and there is every chance of being allured again, even while performing transcendental disciplines. This is called yoga calita-mānasaḥ, deviation from the transcendental path. Arjuna is inquisitive to know the results of deviation from the path of self-realization. So, what if I become deviated? I'm chanting 16 rounds. We see many devotees, they were disciples of Srila Prabhupada, but again they left the movement. Like right now, so the many disciples of Srila Prabhupada, maybe only hardly 20-30% are still following. Right, the rest 60-70% actually left the movement. Right, after Prabhupada left, or many things that happened after Prabhupada left in ISKCON, many ups and downs. So many of them left for many reasons, but most of them, had a sense of faithlessness, right? So there is even a blog by someone who writes very adversely against Srila Prabhupada. Many blogs like these, of course. So they take up the process for some time after 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and then they leave it, right? Because they think this is too fanatical, this is too conservative, this is too restrictive, this is negating all my nice things that I can enjoy in this world. So people feel this down their bottom, and somehow, especially those who do Krishna consciousness full time, they find it more easy or more inviting to give it all up and just go out there and enjoy the world and what the world has to offer to them. So we could also think of these people, or even myself. So we take to something, but we give it up. This happened to a very nice person called Bilva Mangal Thakur. So Bilva Mangal Thakur, wow, he came to a very high stage called Bhava in his form, in his first lifetime, in his previous lifetime. So this Bilva Mangal Thakur, spiritual master in his previous lifetime, was Somagiri. Now this Bilva Mangal Thakur was so attracted to his to a girl, to lusty thoughts, the next life. So uh, and because he was attracted, the spiritual master Somagiri, is very interesting, very wonderful. Somagiri came in the form of a prostitute in the next life to actually tell him her name is Chintamani. So in his Krishna Karnamritam, Bilomangal Thakur is actually paying obeisances to Somagiri, right? And he's also using the word Chintamani, right, in a very indirect way. This is how he begins his Krishna Karnamritam. Right. So he's saying, offer my respects to my spiritual master, who's like a Chintamani, like that. Who's like a Chintamani means one who's like it's like a wish fulfilling gem. Like money means gem, Chinta means whatever you wish, it will be fulfilled. So he's writing like that actually. So this he came in the form. He came in the form of a prostitute to actually teach Bilomagal Thakur. He's telling, you're so much attracted to this filth of body, but what is this body? This is merely filth. This is just dirt covered by skin. So only if you had so much attraction for Krishna, then how much advancement you could make. Because Vilamangal Thakur becomes so absorbed in this attraction that he finds a way to get to Chintamani in the midst of a storm, and he swims across the lake and a raging storm is going on, but somehow he finds his way to Chintamani, and he believes Chintamani would actually be swayed, would be what do you say, swept under his feet. Wow, amazing, so much love you have for me. My clients don't express so much love for me. Billo Mangal Thakur, Billo Mangal, you are so nice. You are so nice. You are, coming all the way. This is what I expected Chintamani to say, but Chintamani has very harsh words for Billo Mangal Thakur. So, and upon hearing that, Billo Mangal Thakur, there's a revolution in his heart, and he starts to Sri Vrindavan Dham. So anyway, so it's possible even for someone who has attained the platform of bhava, right, to fall down to the stage of this mundane enjoyment. So if that is the case for even someone like Gula Mangal Thakur, then what to talk of anyone? You see. So this is what Arjuna is asking Krishna. So what if I make progress, and what if I, so like in ISKCON terminologies, in those days they call bloop. Bloop means they join the temple, they the 10, 15 days, like 3, 4 months is full time, and bloop means he just went away. He couldn't manage it. Blooped, right? That's the way. So what if they bloop? Bloop means they cannot do it, right? So they cannot accept this process. Um, so the problem, at least with us, is at least myself, is that we don't even want to accept the process. At least they accepted the process, then they bloop. But right now, as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to accept it. I don't want to talk of blooping. You can't fall down when you're not even waken up, stood up, right? You can't fall down when you're not stood up. So, my case is that I'm not even stood up to fall down. So the question Arjuna is asking, what if someone stands up but they fall down again? Or they again get into this material entanglement? Or you could say they do it, but they do not do it completely. They do it only 60%, 70%, something like that. So Arjuna is asking, what happens to them? Do they go to Swargalokam? Do they come back? What happens? Right? Or do they go back to the spiritual world? Like sometimes devotees will like to have this sentiment. If someone is a devotee, and most everyone thinks actually every devotee goes back to Godhead, but that's not the case. Every devotee who does need not necessarily go back to God. Of course, it is nice if they go back to Godhead, but need not go back to Godhead. Because only if a devotee is pure, completely purified of all contamination, he has no material desire whatsoever, not even a figment in his heart, only then he's qualified to go back to Godhead. If he does not meet that criteria, or she does not meet that criteria, Krishna is not so unkind to pull him to the spiritual world where material desires cannot be fulfilled. So Krishna does not want to take by force to a place, all of us, where material desires cannot be fulfilled. There is no scope for material desires in the spiritual world. So Krishna says, don't worry, if you have material desires, I won't forcefully take you to a place where you won't be happy. Come back to this place wherever you want, depending on your material desire. Enjoy, exhaust, learn, cultivate love for Krishna, cultivate love for me, come back. So So that's Arjuna's question. So let's maybe dive deeper into all the varieties of these cases tomorrow before we get to Krishna's answer. Any questions or comments? Okay, thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dhanyavad.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dhanavad.